If you're married, listen to this. If you're single, do the same. It says, and I disagree with this 110%, do not bring your single friends into your matrimonial home. Do not bring your single friends into your matrimonial home. Let me start with myself and why I kind of have issues with this.
Before we start, I want to say something. I want to, it's an open statement. So let's narrow it down. Your single friends. Are we talking about lady single friends or
male
I think
single
it applies
friends?
to both. I think it applies to both. But let's focus first. We'll come to the opposite gender.
Okay.
Do you understand? But let's start with your male friends. Now, in my group of friends, I was one of the early ones that got married. So a lot of my close friends were still single. Lucky for me, they were friends with my wife. But the problem now is when you want to go out, when you want to hang out, when you want to do certain things, when the gist that you guys usually have comes into your home, a lot of them used to give the respect and be like, guy, we can't really mess with you like that on that level. You're married now. I'll be in the club and they'll be like, it's time for you to go home. And I'll be like, why only me? Like, you're married now. Go back home. Go and be with wifey. So it now makes you kind of like resent the fact that, am I losing my friends? That's what happened to me. Am I losing my friends? And people will tell you that you're married. Go and hang with other married people. But I'm like, my friends, there was just like 1 or 2 of us that were married, but the bulk of them were still single. So do I kick my friends now out of my home and no longer be friends and start looking for married people and make new friendships?
Who did single people offend?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why?
So now, thank you, Svemi. Let me
Who came up
to
with
you
this
now.
thing, though?
You know, it's something that has been discussed on social media during the week. So people are like, you shouldn't invite your single friends into your matrimonial
So
home.
because I'm married, they should stop being my friends?
Help me ask them.
So the thing I'm trying to understand is this. If we're saying do not invite a friend that is single and you're just starting the relationship, it's one thing. But if you've established a long-term friendship with these individuals, you can't tell me not to bring my friends home. I mean, I feel that if it's truly a marriage and if it's truly a union, then these are people that you would have known prior to me getting married. I can use myself for an example.
But what if it's that your friend that's a bad influence?
Okay, so what?
I have a bad influence.
You guys, no. Please, I just want to ask. Okay, so what's the danger of bringing my single friend home? What's the danger in there?
They could influence your actions and make you become like Gideon in our story or the other stories as well. Here's the funny thing. Let me put it to you like this. Single friends are still living that single life. Okay. They might not be committed in a committed relationship.
So if they come to my house, they will not convince me to go and be like them.
They can influence you to still be acting like
But I'm still friends with them now. We go out now. Why is it that when they come into my house, no problem go there?
Now, we can also put it to, we had a story on the show at one point when they were talking about people living in your house.
I'm not for people living in the house. I'm not for that one.
But basically, it's like the way single friends can still influence you to behave like you're no longer married.
Yeah, but the thing is, that doesn't have to happen in your house. That can happen anywhere. Anywhere. It can happen in the group chat. It can happen in the bar. It can happen anywhere.
Yeah, but when they say in your house, it doesn't necessarily mean, it's not just exactly always under your roof. In your life in general.
So are you saying that the moment I get married, I should cut off all my single friends?
That's the debate.
Come on.
No, I don't think. I think that's total BS.
So you know the thing is, the whole single or no single friend is basically who you are as a person. The truth is,
since you brought it up,
yes,
the opposite gender, female friends.
For a guy?
Yes.
Like a single friend.
Wait.
So, okay, so let me give you...
Sorry, let me hear that one.
So let me give
you say what? You say what?
So hold on. So one of my friends, one of my very close friends, who is a lady...
Female.
Yes.
Whom your wife
was
doesn't like, obviously.
Was on my train. She was a groom's lady.
Oh.
All right?
Yeah.
I used to go to her house.
Marked for destruction.
I used to chill with her. Like, we used to chill, relax.
I can tell you for
I know all my boyfriends.
I can tell you for free that your wife is not
she
being all that.
knows how things are with me and my wife and all of that. You know, that kind of thing. We're very close, right? It didn't change anything. It's basically, see, I look at this thing as knowing who you're friends with and respecting their marital status.
Yeah.
it's one thing for you to know I'm married. It's another thing for you to come and tell me that I want to see my friend now.
But wait,
or
let me
influence
quickly
in a
toss
certain
something
way.
in. Let me
Do you
toss
understand what I'm
something in.
saying?
So I used to have this friend. We're not friends any longer because I have not talked to him in many years. I used to have this friend, and he was such a bad influence that he doesn't understand boundaries.
Exactly.
And the moment I got married, he was the first person to cut off. Because I remember that when we're still in uni together, this guy, it was a trips thing for him. Whenever he sees any of his friends trying to get serious in a relationship, he's always trying to test the waters for you. Like, it's either he's saying, how only you go to chop this fine girl? You understand? And guess what?
See the kind of friend.
You got bad
Those kind of friends.
If I catch you, no, I'm
Those
serious.
kind
I'm
of
serious.
friends.
What?
Okay. Charles Ogbemudia, I didn't find you.
So you know
This guy knocked my babe for uni.
So,
Okay,
so
that's,
you
where
never
the, that's
forget.
where the pain is
This
coming
is
from.
me.
You never
Because
forget.
No, but today,
he wanted
feel the
to
pain.
test the water.
So you know the thing is, you know, I thank you very much for this friend. So I have this friend as well. Hold on, guy. Hold on.
Let me just say that.
Hold on.
You have said on the show before.
Is it a pain?
me. My Ghanaian
Charles.
girlfriend.
So you know the thing is, so I love the fact that you talked about boundaries.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's understanding who you are and, you know, of course, who you're friends with.
Yeah.
You know that this person is married. You guys get sense now. You guys know, say, okay, you know, suppose they talk some kind of things, right? So this guy comes to my house, right? And he's, you know, he's single. Obviously, he's one of my most
Good friend,
single
yeah.
guys. Most single. And, you know, the ironic part is that this guy has 2 kids.
Oh.
But he's single.
Man
Not
about
married.
time.
Never
Man
been married.
man
Never
about
been.
town.
And
That's
he's
his spam
crazy
donor.
single. All right? Never been married. Right? Now, the guy comes to my house and, you know, chills. You know, of course, we eat. And, you know, it's close to myself and my wife. So he's our friend. All right? Of course, from being my friend, became an adopted friend to my wife as well.
Yeah.
Now, where Kasala Boss was where he brought a girl to my house. My wife has warned several times, you do not bring girlfriends to my house. She said it too.
It's not
she
your
said,
girlfriend, it's his.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know my wife, oh. My brother, let's not go there.
What if it's a girlfriend that's
Hold
potential
on.
to become?
Hold. So that's a different thing. Just make sure that it's only that girl that is coming.
Yeah.
All right? Baba brought a babe to my house, chilled, and at least you're supposed to get sense. No, say you're supposed to relax. Okay, so you have a girl with you, right? The girl, you are in someone's
House.
married house,
Yeah,
married
exactly.
matrimonial home,
I'll tell you so when
and you
it's
they
done.
chill. You know, and you're drinking, and you are even. In fact, she went
Misbehaving,
outside,
abi?
started smoking. I'm like, you know that kind of thing. You can't really go.
Oh, yeah, so guilty. Oh, yeah, so guilty, Lord.
You know that's
It's
fine. Right? That's
gone.
fine. Baba now came to my house. I think one other time like that. Brought another babe. My babe told me. She said, if you don't tell him to get out, I will be the one to go and tell him to
You know
get
what?
out.
Funny story.
I had to go and tell my friend,
Then,
Baba,
funny
I beg you,
story.
bring babe
Funny
from my house
story.
and keep.
My younger brother, yeah, is one of the most responsible people I know. But the moment I got married, and then he told me that he wanted to bring a girl over, I said, so Lozo, this will be your guy. But it cannot happen. I didn't wait for my wife to tell me because I just realized that there's certain things that once you're a married person, you need to put a stop to.
Absolutely.
You know,
So
they
with
don't
that
need
said,
to tell
you guys have said so many things, and there was something Femi said that I'm really trying to key on. You can't stop being friends with some of your guys because you're now married.
But you can stop certain things.
But at the same time, your friends should have a level of maturity to know that they should respect your home
Boundaries.
and respect your marriage, which comes to boundaries.
Yes,
you
that's
get me?
it.
But it's easy for us to say this as guys. What if your wife had a male friend that she was very close to, and that one kept coming around?
that can't
Everyone
happen.
can't even marry her
No,
now.
that can't happen. now. No, that can't
Wait,
happen. That can happen.
wait.
You don't
Wait,
let me
wait,
speak.
wait,
Let me
guys,
break it
guys.
up for you.
That
I'm speaking for them on this one. There will be no marriage. All that way they say she has a kilo.
No, that
There's
can
no
happen.
need now.
That can happen.
No,
So the truth is-
So on a flip
Guys,
Let's
side,
not lie to ourselves.
Femi, on a flip side,
let's-
on a flip side,
Yeah.
all right, I have a friend who is still mentally down as we speak because he's no longer married to that babe.
Wow.
All right, the girl he got married to had a very close friend who
Male
was
friend?
a
What-
lesbian to the girl.
Oh.
Yes. Who was like you can imagine.
That guy, though.
Hold on.
That could have been.
Hold on.
He
Let me bust your mind.
I go tell you what's so.
Let me bust your mind, Baba. Let me bust your mind.
He can't break up with
Let me bust your mind. Baba go dey living room. Right?
He said, "Lonu yara."
As it is, they go on for inside room. Say, my wife, you know, it's
This
very
one, we'll
busy.
talk this
Baba,
one.
they on top laptop, they work and everything. And
See.
my wife is inside.
but there was no way-
They are
Deck.
playing, they are enjoying it.
Boy, he didn't have to break up with her now.
Premium. You see, if this thing hasn't happened to you, you will not agree. I used to date this girl. Premium,
Be the same girl,
not be the same girl. If for service,
Because
this
they
girl.
go small.
See, this girl. When I was dating this girl, she had this so-called big bros that she used to hang out with. I respect that bros. That
Bros, they run big uncle, wow.
day. When I
Let's not
found
go there,
out,
please.
I sank into the ground. Since that time, I don't believe in any. Oh, this is my best friend. I don't like it. I do not believe
that
in
one
it.
has happened to me because there was a girl I was going to get married to. This guy, I love this girl so much at that time.
You guys are
The
crazy.
girl
Stories
introduced
for
me
days.
to someone, right? Imagine you introducing me to your friend. You said he's your best friend.
Yeah, best friend.
The Baba come meet me. They tell me, say, Baba, how are you? Oh, she's a good girl.
She's a good
She's
girl.
A good
He's telling you
She's
from
a wonderful
experience.
girl.
Trust me, this girl is an amazing girl.
Yeah.
All right?
She's amazing.
Only for me to find out, right? That they were dating before he got married. Right? Now they're now together, and they were literally just
The guy
knacking.
just wanted to secure.
All right. So the thing is, the girl was
Omo,
trying
you
to
dodged a
secure
bullet.
me.
You
Baba,
dodged a bullet,
think I
oh.
lost your mind. The girl
damn.
was trying to, you know,
Just lock something down there.
Now maybe lock something down.
Babe.
Ask me
Potential.
ask me how I found out.
How did you find out?
The girl's younger sister, like the girl's younger brother rather, I went to the house and asked him where she went to. In my mind, I knew that if she was with that guy, there was nothing to find out again.
Yeah.
All I did was I bought him chocolates. I said, where did your sister go to tell me? Don't lie to me. He said he went to meet uncle. He went to meet uncle. There's no problem. Thank you very much. Good day. I greeted the mom. I said, Mommy, thank you. God bless. That was the last time I saw the mom. That was the end
But
of
one
the
of,
relationship.
one of the crazy things for me, and Femi mentioned this as well, what crime did single people commit that all of a sudden they're not welcome
No,
into
so, but the thing
matrimonial home?
So you see, this
It comes with age, right? At one point, you're all single. Gradually, you all start to get married. At one point, nobody is single again. So
Yeah.
it's age. It will. A time will come. You don't. Personally, I don't think I have any single friend again. Most of them might be divorced now, but at least
That's
they were
another
once
story.
married.
Yeah.
So I think it comes with age because there was a time that I think I was one of the first set of people to get married in my clique of friends. So imagine them saying you can't come to my house because you're married. No.
So,
Like
so
that.
I don't think this is a conversation to have, and I'll tell you why. Because we already talked about boundaries. If you're a matured person, you have matured friends. There's no reason to have this conversation because they know
They know what's obtainable. Exactly.
They know what's
obtainable.
They
Like,
know
okay.
obviously that I'm going to. This guy is a married man now. I can't go to his house or I can't even be in a circle and be like,
Yeah.
guy, have fun. I make we do this kind of thing. No.
Yeah.
You know fully well that these are things that you shouldn't
Exactly.
do. You understand what
I
I'm
also
saying?
feel
So-
that once you're married, there are certain responsibilities that come your way.
Oh,
For
yeah,
instance, I remember
absolutely.
my first 2 years of being married, and my friends would try to take me out and say, "Oh, let's meet at X place, let's meet," and I just didn't see it because it was like I'd evolved past that.
Yeah.
And it's always difficult for you to stay friends with single people. If I'm being honest, it's very difficult.
Thank you. I was about to say something now, Olamide. Thank you so much for saying what you just said. You
Yeah.
do know that naturally you will lose friendship with someone who is single, who is your friend,
Yeah.
and you know fully well that this person is not looking like this
Like,
person
is this
is
something
settled
you
down.
do intentionally or
It's
it just happens?
unconsciously.
It just happens.
Unconsciously,
It just
will just happen that
Okay,
you are
but
not talking anymore.
now,
You're not doing anything anymore.
let me say this to wrap this up and get to some of the comments that we have. I feel if you're my real friend and you're my true friend, after I'm married, our friendship does not necessarily change,
change.
but some dynamics may change. And when you eventually get married, because the prayer is that we all eventually all get married, raise our children, and our children are friends.
Absolutely.
Our children marry each other and stuff like that.
Because until you guys said it, it didn't occur to me. I have a friend that lives in Abuja, I live in Lagos. If he lands in Lagos today, and I tell my wife, I'm going to pick him at the airport, I can tell you for free, she won't call me again. If I come home next month,
As long as she knows
Exactly.
you're with him.
As long as she knows I'm with him.
That's the trust.
All right, let's read a couple of comments that have come out on social media. I have one from Atfunke that says, "Hey gang, good to see you hosting. Thank you. I told you they needed someone with facial hair." He said, "Which one?" She now says, "Which one is traditional woman again? Skooky with his failed." Come on. He said, "With his failed music career, just be dishing out Orishi on social media." No. I don't think it was Orishi. He makes a lot of sense when it comes to relationships. Sheon says, "Please, why am I just seeing Olamide? That he's so fine." She tried to eat. Say he's so fine.
He's married, though.
He's married.
Married. Very married.
He's
Very
married.
married.
And some of it is if you shave now, you don't find like this underneath the baby.
Made at the bed.
Anyways, Sheil also says, "You see this cheating matter? It is an average Nigerian man's food. They can cheat. Then let one of you without sin in that studio cast the first stone, and I will cast it. I don't cheat. Oh, wait, sorry. I no longer cheat." And Remy sent a message, and Remy says, "Gang, this single friends matter. I do not have a problem with it, actually, but some girls don't send you and your friendship. They will flirt with their friend's husband and sleep with him and then never want to let go. Witches in disguise."
Wow.
Another message, the final one, more messages are coming in. Temidayo says, "Gang, my best friend slept with my husband. I caught them, and that was the end of my friendship and marriage after 2 kids. That he is still begging. He is still begging after 2 years, but I am done. Nothing my family members will say will make me change my mind.
Oh my God.
So much for not cutting my single friends. I am pained." So that's the funny thing. They're friends and they're enemies. You should be able to know the difference. Some of your single friends are not happy with the fact that you're no longer single. That's the truth. But it's scary. Her best friend slept with her husband. Some weeks ago, we spoke about husbands sleeping with their wives' sisters. That proximity, it's scary of what's going on. And I don't know. We're all married here. I wish we had a single person on the table tonight to share some insights, to let him know that we don't want him in our circle.
Well, it's scary, though.
No
Like,
discrimination.
your husband slept with
And
your
meanwhile,
best
you're
friend.
giving us the tip in a second, so just hold those thoughts. So you can keep on sending your messages to the BlackTable on TVC. We will attend to some of those messages even before next week, or even next week as the show commences. But we have a part of our show where it's called Just the Tip. Just a little advice that one of our gentlemen on the table gives people out there. So Olamide at the bar will be giving us just a tip tonight. Olamide, what tip do you have for us?
Just a tip. I'm not going to put the entire shaft in, just a tip. Just a little bit.
A little tip.
Yeah, so... okay, I'm not going to try and sound like a smart ASS.
Yeah.
I'm going to sound like that, but I think it's simple. I feel in life, we evolve gradually, and I feel that as a man, you should know when there's time for you to move on and when there's time for you to drop certain things. For me, I feel that bringing home a single friend is not a big deal, but you are the person in charge. You should be able to control the situation. You need to be able to put your friends in check. If you're able to do that, I don't see any big issues with you bringing your friends home.
And to wrap up the show, here's the funny thing. Some of our married friends are even the problem, like Mazzino.
Big problem.
And that's our show. That's our show for tonight. We'll be back again Friday at 11 p.m. Enjoy what's left of the month of April. Thank you so much.